So here's a quick and dirty update on Project R for Archer. R. So a piratey kind of thing. Anyway, been working up this kit from from sketches of the MWO Archer. And this is where we are so far. There are a couple pictures out there on my site about where I've gotten it at this point. And these are the pieces as I have them so far. Actually, that's my hip cast number. So these are, that's the good one. So needless to say, it took me a few extra attempts to get the casting to come up okay. So what we've got here are a couple of things. So this is obviously the torso shoulder launcher, and that's about, again, I've been trying to stay close to what the drawings are showing, simply to try and stay on scale. And I've been happier, or I've actually been happy with the way it's come out, at least as far as size wise so far. I still feel they're pretty close to on scale, especially compared to the FCY Victor or the Loki. So I had to put these together in two parts, and again, I make them and I cast it simply because it's being able to make multiple pieces all symmetrical and identical is something I struggle with a lot. So what I did is I ended up making this in two pieces so I could pour in from that side and this side. And that's what my torso, my left and right torso parts end up looking like. I still need to sand these down. I don't think I've sanded either one of these enough to be able to put them together, but eventually they get sanded off, put together, and then seal them up. And again, you know, unlike the guys that make these things to sell them, I intentionally make these things to the point where I'm doing them just enough for me to be able to duplicate, and I've got a lot of work to do, as you can still see on some of these. So the cover pieces for the missile racks go together like that, and you know, I have in my head the idea of whether or not I want to put them on hinges or not. I have a couple sets of small RC plane flap hinges which would actually fit right in here and make this possible, but in essence that's what I have this thing designed to do, and I will probably model it open just to do that. I still need to make inserts here for the LRM and inserts here for the SRM. Again, this is the 2W variant, the Jamie Wolf variant, which is the two LRM 20s and two SRM 4s. Give it a little bit of a, both in long range and short range reach. So that's how that is going so far. This here is the hip piece, and it goes together like that. I'm not entirely enthusiastically happy about this particular part. I have it offset on purpose so that I can do this, and that offset is necessary so that those pieces don't bind, so I can actually give it probably a 30-degree twist to the stand, so that I can stand it up and give it that twist. But I don't like the way that looks, so what I may do is put a shield around here. So on this piece, put a like a Shearson, like they have on the hanging off the bottom of the Atlas, or like you see on the bottom or on the sides of the World War II tanks. Just a plate to cover this piece up and give it a little more of a solid look rather than what I have here. What we have for the articulation of the leg, again, is that piece, and what I did for it was magnetized it, and it's got a couple of the fairly strong rare earth magnets, so that will be quite sufficient to hold it in whatever position I put it there. The knee articulates like that, and this one will end up being however I put it. I can have it reach that far. If I take it more, if I have it more of a forward tilt than that, then I'm clearly going to have to do some work on this piece here. So I think that's about as far as I'm going to give it. Now going back this way, it gives me more. It gives me a good angle. So if it takes it, you know, the forward step like this. So if it's as it's leaning forward, this is the front this way. Yeah, front's this way. So as it stands up, and then as it takes as the leg rolls toward the back, it does this, and as it steps forward, this will have a more up and down, but the knee will take up that angle. So I end up having this thing looking about like that. There's the torso piece, or the hip piece that goes to the torso. So I have these two parts. And then I have this. This is how far I've gotten so far in the actual torso. Slide you down here. Goes onto that along like that. It drops in there. Twist. Take these two parts here, bulks up, and I have that look. I still have to do some cleanup here. This is off a little bit. I'm going to have to clean that up. This is my cockpit guy. It will light. The instrument panels are going to light up, and of course, because I'm doing a nice video, I didn't bother to set it up so that I could show it lit up, but it's going to drop right about there. And I have a canopy set that's going to come up, and there will be pictures of that one. I don't have it right here where I can reach it. But I need to finish super detailing this, because all this right here, from here to here, is opening glass. And so I'm going to be I need to put more instrumentation along these sides here. Detail, the cockpit canopy will actually fit on these ledges here, so they won't show, but the inside here, and then back here will just be a lot of detail parts, like from World War II or modern jet fighter cockpit stuff. I also would like to have a monitor that will also sort of hang down off of the cockpit to light up and give this more interest. So as this goes here, that's what these two pieces are, these right here. And if you look at the drawings, these two pieces right here kind of have that look. So they'll drop right off the chin. Right there, and right there. I'll drop in there, and then as I get my torso, of course it's somewhat difficult to see, but the this piece here twists, gives me a twist probably 45 degrees, which will be sufficient. Now, of course, I still need to do the arms, still need to finish topping this and doing the back plate. The back piece of this is not going to be much different in angle and shape than this here. So the detail pieces are going to be different, of course, but the back piece of the center torso part is going to have something like that look. And this will be magnetized, because right in here is where the batteries and switches are going to be to light up the cockpit. This is probably the only piece I haven't cast and won't cast, just because of all the detail I'm putting in it. Once I get it finished up, I might consider doing a quick pull, just so that I can duplicate the shape and show it off, or at least have another one if I want to do have another archer hanging out. But of course, there's my fat fingers having a grand time there. So that's roughly this guy, because that's where that one is. That there is, for the most part, what we're looking at for the archer build I have right now so far. Again, still need to do the arms, but there we go. Just wanted to throw up a quick video to show you where I was, and thanks for watching. More updates later.